Dodge runs. It's been 4 years since it's last ran right, and now it's finally back running again. Moved from its spot. Holes in the ground from where it was. Black spots in the dirt from where the exhausts were. But it's finally back. Finally back. Now that the Dodge is finally back on the road, I think it'd be nice to make a little video on it, show what it's like to drive, show what it can do, what it's like in general. To start off, I think I'm just gonna stick you to the windshield and go for a little drive. Now this is quite the driving experience. I have stick shift, which I love. I have to put it into, or column shift I mean, but reverse. pretty nice. That big V8 power. Steering has a little bit of slack in it, which is expected. The car is 67 years old, I believe. So it's still doing pretty good. Powered brakes, whatnot. Mess of wiring down by my feet. None of those gauges work either. See if we make a little detour down onto the dirt. I'll bring you back in a minute when I find a good spot I want to show you something at. Right now I'm on a flat stretch of dirt. Nothing behind me, nothing in front of me. So now I think it'd be a good time to see, or a good time to feel what a 5.2 liter V8 can do. Put it in the drive. Spun the tires. I'll go back and get a shot from the outside too. She pulls pretty good. Only problem is now is that my wipers don't work and it's starting to sprinkle. So I'm gonna try and get my way home as fast as I can, because I have a few napkins to use as wipers, but that's probably not gonna work too well. Might take a slight detour though. The last thing I want to do today is a 0 to 60. Now, there's a car coming over there. There's a car coming over there, so I'm just gonna wait a minute. But right when I can go, well, I'm probably just gonna zoom out really far so everyone can see, and that should be good. So, starting now. Oh, I'll just do it now. Starting now. Six. That's 60. 60 miles an hour. And now I don't even know if you can hear me that well, but I'm just gonna chill on the highway for a minute until I can get home. So, be back when I'm back. To all of the positives that this car has, there are also downsides. For example, this is one of the 2 doors where every window opens. That's the other one. The one in back, that has, well, that window is the best one to roll down, but the smoker's window does not open. You can see it's like half broken. And on this door, I try to never open any of the windows. Smoker's window is completely sealed, and this window has a chance to fall straight through the door if you put it down. The seat's ripped. I need to find a seat cover because this is the original seat. This one's still held up fine. Got my Hello Kitty floor mats. I need a carpet for this car too. No headliner. There's no sound deadening in any way, shape, or form. Even the dash, whoops. Even the dash, it's just essentially, well, pressed steel. Can't even see much under there. It's just steel. No radio. Let's consider that to be one. None of these gauges work. The wiper switch is actually hooked to the motor. I just have to find a way to convert 12 volts to 6. Other than that, I think these two actually do something. Temp control does something, and the heater does as well. And these are my actual gauges, of which 2 of them work. One of them works accurately. The temp gauge is stuck there, but if I were to turn it on, then it'll move. It's just for some reason it only goes as far as that second line, and then it just stops. Speedometer is fast by 15, which is a pain, because when I look down, I have to do math to figure out how fast I'm going, which is annoying because it's from where I sit here, I can see the mile markers. And I live in Canada, so those mile markers are almost meaningless. But the Datsun is also an Imperial, so I already know the conversions, so it's not really a problem for me. Battery gauge is off by a lot. It says it's making 16 volts of power, which it's not. Fuel gauge hasn't moved, and the oil pressure gauge is the only one that's actually accurate. Yep. At least the warning lights do work, like turn signals. There's that one, hazards. Even the lights work. Should be a little. You can see a glow. Yeah, all of the lights do work, but it's pretty much just oil pressure gauge is the only thing that works. And like I said, my wipers don't work, which is a pain because I live in a spot where it rains fairly often. Windows are fairly hard to close. And the engine has a few problems still. If I wait until it gets warm, the engine will start to misfire and backfire and spit and pop. It does not like to be warm. So whenever I drive this car, I essentially just turn the key, wait a few seconds till it has oil pressure and whatnot, and then I just go. Because the longer I wait, the higher the chance it does get warm. And then once it gets warm and I get stuck in traffic, if I press on the brakes, the engine will start to die if I get to a standstill. And when the engine dies, my powered brakes go out, which causes the engine to start, it causes the engine to rev up again because there's nothing holding it back, which causes the brakes to turn on, which causes the engine to die, which causes my brakes to die, which causes the engine to turn on. It's just a cycle. So if I'm sitting in traffic, it's just this. Like you're just lunging forwards every few seconds. Because if you don't have powered brakes in this, like if the engine turns off, you have pretty well no brakes. I don't have a handbrake, so if the engine cuts out while you're driving fast, you better hope you have like a landing strip, because it's going to take a long time to stop. I have a new alternator. The other one died, and I found out that when my grandfather got that one, he got a lifetime warranty on it, so I got that one for free. It's already collecting. Got some dirt on it. Battery. This is the battery from the 3-wheeler. Good reliable battery. I had to switch out the little mount it was sitting on. It was sitting on a piece of wood that went right into the powered steering pump because I went to the movies with my friends. And in the back seat, my friend, it was Devin from the Vauxhall video, He asked me if I smelled sawdust, and I said no, and then we hit a bump, and then I did. And it turns out the wood was hitting in against the powered steering pump, which was causing it to smolder almost. It was bad. Oh, there's my brush. I was looking for this brush before I started filming, and I couldn't find it, but I knew I left it in the car, so it was just sitting right there. I don't know where it was, but that's good. And my transmission, I was reading up, and apparently something called the speed sensor controls the speedometer as well as the transmission, like how when it shifts. So I think mine has gone bad because the transmission, like, it'll pretty well put you right in the second the moment you start moving, and it'll go into third if you're going uphill, and vice versa. Like, it'll lock me in second while I'm going highway speeds. So I really have to get that fixed. And other than that, I don't think there's much else wrong with it. So far, it's been a really good car. It's got me everywhere I need to go. I've run out of gas once, which was my own fault because I was going to a gas station when I ran out of gas. But a little bit more work, just some more time, put a little bit more money into it. I think it's going to be a really good car. So, hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you in the next one.